Welcome to Voyager Legends. Right here is it's the U.s.s Voyager, and it is the best I got. And here's the commander preset I had on the second clip. I didn't expect to get a double feature, but here I am, and this is the very first time I played it, so this is basically I basically did like technically I played it 4 times, and 2 times I won and 2 times I lost. So yeah, and I'm basically looking for island cover because, kind of obvious, because I want to do what I did with my Des Moines, because, island cover basically is the key. But you don't want to have the propulsion. You want to have the engine booster, but you just want to have the heels, but not the engine booster. But I would advise the propulsion mod. I have put the propulsion mod on, and the main battery reload. But this is not the preset I had basically when I was doing this yesterday. The first time, this is a good boat and this is a bad boat. I mean, it's good and it's bad. It could basically be good. It could bring a good games in it. You can have the best games in it, and you can have the worst games. And yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that dude, but he's pretty much, I don't know. Anyways, he's not long for this world because, there. And everyone seems to be getting their Hindenburg. And also, spoiler alert, I don't survive the first time playing the Voyager. I don't. Because, you never know when things might. You never know, the slightest sneeze might cost you. And the slightest sneeze can cost you first game. I'm not saying this is bad, but this is the most expensive boat ever. I mean, I got the BORTAS basically for free out of a crate, and yeah, I, I, if you're a cruiser player, you would love this. If you're basically of someone who plays a little bit of everything, you might still love it, but there's that love-hate. There'll be that love-hate relation with the boat. Like, will it give you a good game, or will you not get a good game, or will you get good teammates, or will you get the worst team? And yeah, it just basically this can hit the Republic, well, just a little hard. I don't know, but anyways, he's gonna be important. But the Italian battleship, he basically doesn't stand a chance. And just basically, this is basically my first time getting around to playing the U.s.s. Voyager. I'm just gonna say Voyager, the Star Trek cruiser. And I finally got around to playing it. I have a love-hate relation with it. I've got a love-hate relation with it. And it's about the show. It will be shown. And this one, it kind of shows of the love-hate of the love-hate relations of a cruiser. And there it is. But anyways, there's the first clip. This is basically, well, it's basically anyways, I thought I'd see what my other teammates were doing, but it turns out, yeah, the Ohio was ramming. Don't know what he was suspecting a gain out of that, but to this Hindenburg's, to this dude's credit, he's playing his Hindenburg cruiser very well, but he's just, let's just face it, he's just one cruiser against, like, I don't know, like 3, and he's got no backup, and we all know what happens when you don't have a backup. We all know what happens when you don't have backup. Because, well, unfortunately, this is a loss. Anyways, I'll skip ahead to the second clip. But also, it's pretty much game over for this Hindenburg, because, well, due to his credit, he does seem to get some hits deflected. I don't know. I'm just a spectator, and yep, just basically, yeah, this is it. Oh, anyways, on to the second clip. Here we go. And here's the here's the better of the matches that I showed my commander preset and my commander build, and I was running a free-to-play commander, you know, the whole Norman Scott. So therefore, yeah, this is one of the, so therefore, this is one of the, this is the time, this is when I forgot to switch it to preset 2 and kind of customize preset 2, which is a mouthful, but anyways, yeah, I mean, I have no idea what I was doing, but yeah, anyways, here it is. Here's one of the better matches up against legendary tier, up against legendary tier. It's basically where it's one of those things that, yeah, I mean, this is just one of the days that you love the Voyager, but at the same time, you have that love-hate relation. But again, this is when the armor starts to show what it could really do, when it's angled. So therefore, I'm sticking with heals, which they're not the mind-blowing heals. They're not really game-changing heals, but you know, at least it's heals and smoke and armor-piercing shells only, but you will need the smoke screen. If not going in, at least the camouflage to throw off the red team, and that was an atrocious shot.
Smoke screen set.
And even more atrocious. And here it is. This is one of my better games. This is what I was not expecting this type of result on the Voyager. I had no idea about the Voyager on this result. Candid, this is where it decides to beat down on a legendary tier cruiser. So if anyone thinks the Hindenburg or the Carl Johann is the greatest, yeah, about that. This is really when the target selection is really shown, because anytime you see a Preußen, yeah, I mean, that thing's gotta go. That thing's gotta go. The Preußen has to go. But again, I don't know how they're gonna expect to hit me, because I'm just sailing away and I could hit them from a long distance. And I'm just gaining some distance from them and I could put out the fire. And just basically heal what
Problem solved, sir.
well, not all the hit points I lost, but with what the heal could do. But yeah, I'm not a Star Trek person, but anyways, I find this one of the interesting cruisers. And by interesting, I mean this was basically a...
Enemy battleship sighted.
Well, it shows what it could do to a Preußen. And I forgot he was hugging the map edge, which is very sad. Which also my Preußen video before the commander presets. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a good video. But anyways, I have that love-hate relation with this cruiser. I mean, this is where I started playing this game solely as a cruiser player. But yeah, I mean, it just quickly evolved into learning Battleship, learning how to play a battleship, and learning destroyers. Yeah, I mean, just learning all of what the game has to offer. But yes, this is just going back to what I started with. Just basically starting out as a cruiser player. Just someone who plays the cruisers, and for some reason only cruisers at the time, before Star Trek was even a thing. So yeah, I'm just checking the side of the map. I'm just checking this edge of the map, and there, to see where that cruiser could have gone to. And excuse me. yeah, that cruiser is at the edge of the map, so yeah, that it's not. He hasn't posed a threat. He hasn't posed much of a threat, so therefore, yeah. So, but what is good about this? It will show what it could do to a legendary cruiser. An American Tier 8, a Tier 8 American cruiser. By the way, that was atrocious.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
But anyways, a Tier 8 American cruiser that would basically deal a lot of damage to a German cruiser at legendary tier. You couldn't make this stuff up if you tried to. I mean,
Enemy battleship sighted.
I'm trying to be as active as I can. Oh, proactive. But yeah, there's my bump into an island. But yeah. But yeah, just being proactive on taking the Yamato. Taking on Yamato, but there's the Carl. You'll see how easily it can be crippling to the Carl. But that's not all. That's not all the damage it is gonna do to the Carl Johann. To the Carl Johann, I'm just taking a guess and just letting it fire, just shooting away. Which I was about right, but a little early, but anyways. There. And another round out. Yeah, I mean, it's not a good time to be a Carl Johann. It's not a good time to be in the Carl Johann. I mean, that is just, yeah. He's just hitting a reverse. In all honesty, he doesn't really stand a chance on surviving. But anyways, yeah. It may not look like much now, but the way this cruiser, the way the Voyager did to the German cruiser, I mean, up against a legendary tier German cruiser, it is a wonder. This thing isn't. I mean, this thing has gotta be if the British cruiser, Star Trek cruiser, light cruiser could be well received. And this has to be I would have to say the love child. I don't know, but I would have to say this is something that you love and hate. And trust me, I love this boat. And also, I have good games and I have bad games. But yet, this was... There.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
I didn't expect to do that to the Hindenburg. I did not expect to do that. But yeah, I'll just fire those rounds and see what damage it was done. Anyways, that's all. Stay tuned for more World War Legends. Stay tuned for more. Peace.